Welcome back, folks. We hope you're all doing great. What is something you did as a kid that was fun, but years later turned out to be very dangerous? Kids love to explore and are generally known to be adventurous. We have all done many things out of curiosity in our childhood. Thinking back, we definitely would not reattempt any of it. They do seem dangerous now. Our parents must have had a hard time dealing with all this back in the day for sure. Today, our Redditors share with us similar experiences they have faced in life. Play with a girl across the street. She was always mean to my sister and me and physically violent, but had the best toys, so we tolerated her crazy behavior. Years later, she killed her 2 kids by setting the house on fire. Now she's in prison for life. Wow, she was a devil in the making for sure. I grew up on a farm and rode horses. My siblings and friends and I used to joust without the poles. Basically, we would get on horseback and gallop towards each other and try to push the other person off the horse by the way, and whoever fell off was the loser. It was a good way to get trampled by a 1,000-pound animal with rock-hard feet. That definitely was a lucky save. I used to run along the tops of fences, jump from one 8-foot-high beam to another, sometimes 3 foot apart on the playground, throw lawn darts in the air and dodge them coming down, make explosives using my dad's welding torches, filling balloons and then lighting them off, shoot each other with pellet guns. The 2-pump rule was always broken. Goodness, I could probably hit a text limit if I sat here and thought about it. You were a wild child for sure. I used to do this trick where I would have a pea in my mouth and inhale just sharply enough to lodge the pea in my epiglottis. Then I would cough the pea like a projectile, but not spitting it, which seemed like an important and impressive distinction to me. That was a very dangerous stunt which you pulled right there. I used to throw things off the window from my 7th floor apartment. No one was ever hit by anything, but yeah, wasn't proud of it. Slow down, buddy. Riding around in the bed of a pickup truck. Yeah, the door could have opened any time. So many things. Looking back, it's a miracle I survived. Remember the movie Stand By Me, where the kids were crossing the railroad bridge when the train came along and they almost got squished? I did that. Fortunately, no train came by, and that was nothing for me. I could make a list, but it would take a pretty long time, and since my closest calls came after adulthood, it would be pretty embarrassing. Yes, please stay safe, man. People paid me 25 cents to eat a plastic fork. You could have choked any time. This one is very dangerous. Trying to sign up for campsites when I was 10 to watch. The only reason I did it was because sex bots on Skype would send me links, and I thought they were real girls who were interested in me. Thank God I actually didn't have my parents' credit card details. Honey traps are something to really be careful about. My dad liked to put us in dangerous situations for pictures, like getting super close to a bison, going out of the way on this sketchy-ass rope bridge over Class 5 rapids, dangling our legs off of cliffs, etc. Sometimes I wonder what his motives were. He sure was not in the running for the Father of the Year award. When I was 10, I used to jump down my 15-stair step in a pile of blankets and pillows. Once I jumped and missed the pile and landed on my tailbone on the last step. Parents were amazed it wasn't broken. You could have been paralyzed. That is not cool at all. Grab boobs. I hope you did that as a child and not when you grew up. Explore abandoned buildings and lots. This sounds normal compared to the others. Smelling gasoline. It still smells good to me. Same here. Being in a jacuzzi, getting out, and then jumping into the pool for a giant rush of cold. Turns out that's dangerous for your body. It sure must be. Jumping my bicycle off ramps. That's not safe at all. Lining your siblings up behind a ramp and jumping over them. Good times, haha. Whoa. Getting towed on a sled by a snowmobile. Or a snow-go if you're from the bush. I've done that too. Smear the queer. That's disgusting. Dodge rock. Play on the streets. This one's totally relatable. 8 raw eggs. Salmonella alert. Climbing up those 50-foot light poles. You sure were right when you were doing this. Making a blowtorch with a cigarette lighter and a can of hairspray. Fya! That'll burn. Going on tire swings that twist around in circles. Used to be tons of fun. Now it's just painful and I get nauseous. I loved doing it as a kid too. Lay down in the street to look up at the stars. Grew up in a small town and had a death wish apparently. That's not safe, but it definitely was just innocent. Car wars. We drive around town in 2 teams. When you pass the other team's car, you throw shit at it. Things like an unopened cans of soda, fistfuls of pennies, tennis balls. Somebody could have gotten hurt, brother. Riding down a flight of stairs in a clothes basket. Oh, you could have tripped. I used to eat leaves if I thought they were pretty. Pretty leaves, beware. Heroin. Heroin as a child? Wow. Parents should definitely monitor their kids more. The drug cases are definitely not safe at all. What did you do in your childhood which was pretty wacky? Thinking back now, do you think any of those were dangerous? I've definitely had a huge share of things that I've done which can be labeled as dangerous for sure. We sure hope that you loved today's video and found something relatable in it. Please be sure to like and share the video with your friends and family and hit the subscribe button before you leave.